Hello, this is Melody, the massage therapist, and I have a client friend, Jenna, who's probably my biggest YouTube video fan, and she said, Melody, you need to try ASMR videos. And I'm like, what's an ASMR video? And actually, I looked it up, and it means autonomous sensory meridian response. It's just gentle. She goes, it's just gentle, quiet, whispering, talking. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. But you know what? This is my first attempt. And I was like, I wonder what I could do for a video. And I said, maybe I could do tips. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my cat. My cat, Frank, is visiting. So it's just silly, random tips. Oh no, there's my list. I have a list of them. I think I'll start with cats. This is Frank. And did you know a cat's purr is very healing to the cat? They say a cat has 9 lives. It's probably because they purr and their purr heals them. So I think I read somewhere once or heard about it that they have these purr pillows or something like that to help you in your healing. So when you have cats, you also have lots of fur. I meant to brush them this morning and I didn't do it. But when you have cats and fur, and if you don't have a handy dandy cat roller, you take masking tape and you bring it around on itself and you make it stick. And you can, you gently hold it in your hand and you roll it up and down. And you have an instant lint roller without needing the fancy cat roller. And this is a tip from my friend Karen years ago. She told me this tip. So you use a cat roller, masking tape cat roller, or if you don't have masking tape, you can use duct tape or the packing tape, whatever kind of tape you have. It makes a great substitute. And then another tip, I went to Hawaii and I went out to a coffee plantation. And at the coffee plantation, it's called Kauai coffee. Well, this isn't Kauai coffee, but they said you don't have to put your coffee beans in the freezer. That's an old wives' tale. You don't want to put coffee beans in the freezer or the refrigerator. You leave them in your cupboard to keep them fresh. Another silly tip. I love playing with my glasses, but you don't want to do this, for very long. This springy kind, because eventually they're too wide and then they don't sit on your face very well. I actually have, when you find a good pair of sunglasses, get 2 pair. These were like Costco $25 glasses, and my husband encouraged me to get 2 pair. So I got 2 pair. I'm so thankful for when I can't find my 1 pair. Ooh, and then I got reading glasses with the same kind of spring. It's kind of fun. But like I said, you don't want to do that too much because the springs wear out. I have a great tip from my friend Andy. And I borrowed a car from my neighbors. Well, this is Noah's car. And I wanted to show you a parking tip. And I was probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Andy showed me this tip. So when you're parking, you're in a parking lot, and you're going to go to your spot, come all the way to the other side so that when you leave, you can pull out forward to leave the parking spot. You come in, pull all the way through when you can to go. When you leave, you just drive forward instead of trying to back out of your parking spot. So it's a coincidence. I borrowed this from a little boy named Noah, and his dad, Adam, is used to be a car insurance adjuster. And he said 99% of parking lot accidents wouldn't happen if everybody pulled forward. And then I was telling my husband about it a couple minutes ago, and he said, just be careful. A disclaimer and all that is if you're going to Home Depot or Lowe's or a big order at Costco, if you pull forward and then someone pulls in behind you, you can't get to your trunk. So just beware of where you are when you do your parking. Anyways, and also if you park further away from the store you're at, you get more walking in. Coconut oil, I wanted to tell you, I loved my Arbonne. I haven't used Arbonne in a while, but like for my face, and I've been using my friend's Dermalogica, but even during the day, throughout the day, I'll add coconut oil because my face feels like it gets so dry. I love adding coconut oil as a moisturizer. And if you have dry skin on the back of your knuckles and stuff, you can put a little coconut oil. I use coconut oil as my lotion for my hands. Or if you have the cracks around your fingertips, around your nails, using A&D ointment or Neosporin, that really helps that. Oh, I have these wind chimes when I'm doing massage, and they're so pretty. I just wanted to share them because I love the sound. It's such a beautiful sound. Oh my goodness, I forgot to see what time it is. Hopefully I'm not running out of time, because on my camera there's only 20 minutes of filming before it stops. So I carry plastic bags in my purse, and if your plastic bag gets a hole in it, oftentimes we just throw it away. But when my plastic bag gets a hole in it, I put a little tape on that hole, and it's good to go for a while longer. I know plastic bags wear down. They don't last as long as cloth bags. But if you have extra plastic bags and you don't have any cloth bags around, you can just tape the holes that make it in your plastic bags. Let's see. I read a really good book called A Complaint-Free World. And this isn't their wristband, but what it was is this pastor ordered, well, he had a minimum of 500 little plastic rubbery bracelets. And he had a sermon one Sunday where he said, I want you to put your bracelet on. And actually, I hardly wear jewelry because I do so much massage. But it's called A Complaint-Free World. And every time you find yourself complaining or gossiping, and I think the third thing was criticize, you have to switch wrists. And he said, try to go 21 days without complaining, criticizing, gossiping, because it really changes your mindset. It helps you think positively. And you know what I figured out? It makes you think positively about yourself. Like we have a tendency to cut ourselves down or be hard on ourselves. And when you say those things out loud, it's hard on your heart. So if you want to try to be, I have something in my eye. If you want to have a more positive attitude, work on every time you're about to complain about something, you go, oh, I don't want to switch wrists. Oh, and the pastor's like, go 21 days being complaint free. And it really helps reset your mind. There was a lady on the, so I listen to audiobooks because when you listen to audiobooks, you can do bathrooms, you can be driving, you can do dishes, laundry while you're reading, because I love to read. But she's like, one of the examples was an audio on the audiobook, A Complaint-Free World. She said, I was on day 20 and her least favorite doctor and nurse walked through the door, and she was like, I am not going to let them mess me up to have to go back to day 1 of being complaint-free. And so she laughed when she saw the doctor and nurse that didn't really like her. They don't like her, but because her attitude changed, she was able to have a great attitude. And she said it ended up being one of the best days ever. Because on the audiobook, they had her voice. She gave her own testimony. So if you want to try to be, if you're finding yourself being negative about yourself, about situations around you, try putting on any kind of bracelet, or check out the website for A Complaint-Free World. Oh, I have some tips on being late. I make this drink every day. It's hot water. Okay, most every day. Hot water with honey and cinnamon and lemon and apple cider vinegar and a splash of vanilla, because the vanilla takes the nasty apple cider vinegar taste away. Anyways, if you're finding out you're running out of time to do your drink, try doing it like while you're eating an hour early before you leave for work, or before you're going to go on errands, or whatever you're doing for the day. You make your drink an hour ahead of time, or 2 hours ahead, and you go put it in your car. And you just set it in your car, and it's already ready for you when you want to leave. I have a sugar tip when you're baking, and they say, you grease and flour your pan. You grease your pan, and I use butter for greasing my pan, and then you sprinkle sugar in it instead of flour, and it's really yummy for the cakes. Ooh, I love this again. Sorry, I have to do the wind chime one more time. This is a super silly tip, but I don't know if it works, but I'm going to run with it because I kind of like it. A number of years ago, I can't remember if I read it. I think I read it in a book. Okay, I listened to it in a book. You put an onion by your bed, and it absorbs the flu virus that might be in the room or wherever it's at. Anyways, I put an onion by my bed, and look what happens after time. It kind of grows. So I think I've had this onion beside my bed for a couple months, and I think I might try to plant it and get a new onion, and you just have a whole onion by your bed. The theory is, and I can't remember the exact dates, I think in the 20s or 30s, there was a flu epidemic across the country, or in this one area, and maybe it was the Midwest. But there was this one farm that didn't get any sickness. They didn't get sick. They stayed healthy. And so doctors, scientists said, can we come and look at your farm? And what they found is there was a bowl of onions on the table, and they somehow I don't know if it's called biopsied the onion. They were able to check the onion and that bowl of onions, and come to find out the flu virus was in the onion. I have another fun, silly tip. You know what? I'll be right back. I need to check and see how much time's left on my camera. I have an idea for meal times. Put away your phone so that you can sit and talk with your family. I have a client, Wendy, who told me a couple of years ago what she used to do with her son Parker. Now Parker's an adult. So I actually don't know if they still do this, but every night, either at bedtime or at mealtime, this could be a great mealtime conversation. She said they would ask each other, what did you do today to help somebody else without being asked? What are you most looking forward to about tomorrow? And what was the best part of today? Let me make sure if that were the three questions. Yep, that was it. And what happens is every day your child or you or your friends around you will start looking for things to do for others without being asked. Oh, I have a fun little tip for the phone. Let's see. Let me go to my friend Rosie. I'm going to send her a text and say, happy birthday. Did you know when you send a happy birthday text, it sends balloons? I love it. And then you send Happy New Year's. This is from a smartphone to a smartphone. Oh, let me put the sound on. It has firecrackers. I love that. Happy New Year. Now I need to tell her that I was doing a YouTube video. Hey, Rosie. Sorry I was doing a YouTube video. And wanted to show happy birthday and happy New Year's. Exclamation point. Okay. So then, let me think of a couple more tips I have here. Oh, when you want to be on time somewhere, don't do that one last thing. Like, if you have 10 minutes before you have to be somewhere, set your alarm. Set your alarm for, wait a minute, let me rephrase that. An hour before you have to leave, set your alarm for 10 minutes before you actually have to leave. And whatever you're doing, wrap it up. And if you go, oh, I have 5 minutes, I can fold some clothes. Don't fold those clothes. Don't put that last dish away. Okay, you can put one dish away. Don't put 100 dishes away. Don't try to do that one last thing before you have to leave so that you're on time. I like setting alarms for getting out of the house. Don't water Bermuda grass in the winter time. You don't need to water Bermuda in the winter. It goes dormant. I forget, I was going to look up the temperature when it drops into the 70s or 60s. The Bermuda kind of looks like it dies off and turns yellow. It does. It just goes dormant. And then in the spring, April, and this is in Phoenix, you can plant a ryegrass right over the Bermuda grass. Oh, I meant to talk about bangs or the new Botox when I was talking about coconut oil, because wrinkles just happen. We get our wrinkles, and I'm actually afraid of Botox, so I don't think I'll ever do Botox. And I've had this wrinkle between my eyes for 20 years, but I love my coconut oil, and bangs are the new Botox. That's what I heard. Oh, I had another tip. It's, do you ever go to hotels or other people's friends' houses that their pillows are maybe too fluffy or just not quite the way you like it? I honestly, this is a weird confession. I use a towel for my pillow. So my mom told me this tip. You roll a towel and then you put it behind your neck, and it kind of it really supports your neck when you're sleeping, and you hopefully don't wake up with a kink in your neck. Let me see if there was a couple more tips. Oh, you know what? For all the wrinkles around your mouth, when you smile, all those wrinkles go away. I know you get wrinkles here, but the wrinkles around your mouth go away. And if you know anybody with is it a double chin or like a little extra skin under the chin? There's a couple of different exercises. And I'm going to do a video with my friend Rosie, and she's going to show us facial exercises because she's an esthetician. Anyways, the one for your double chin, you stick your tongue out. I know it's kind of awkward. You stick your tongue out and maybe go like this, and it helps. Maybe do some A-E-I-O-U or the alphabet, right? Or happy birthday. Different exercises. But I'll research that with my friend Rosie and get back to you about facial exercises to help your wrinkles. But anyways, I think that's enough tips for today. Except maybe be kind, smile at people, be available to help and to serve. And that's my neighbor leaving. That was Troy. Hi, Troy, in the truck. Anyways, we live in a hurting world, and it just takes a minute to say a kind word. And be nice to other people. I think that's it. Jenna, I hope this was what you were thinking it would be. I better go. Have a great day. Be the blessing. And you know what's so funny? The more you're a blessing to others, the more you're blessed. It's the coolest thing ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to tell you one other thing. I told this clerk, I said, have the best day ever. And I said it kind of loud and kind of happy. And he's like, I like your attitude. Wait, I like your positivity. Oh, no. He said, I like your enthusiasm. So anyways, be enthusiastic, be passionate, be kind. I'm telling you what to do. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of one other thing. My friend, I was telling her, my friend Melanie, I was saying, you should do something. And she's like, don't should on me. So maybe be gentle with people when you're trying to tell them what to do, because you don't want to should on people. You should do this. You should do that. Anyways, I'm rambling. I should go. Thank you, Jenna, for being so encouraging to me. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.